Begin your sweep.
Find Kerrigan.
Hello everyone, this is Krotic giving you an update on StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, the next chapter following StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Now, what you guys just saw was a teaser trailer for Heart of the Swarm, where Kerrigan, I believe, is trapped on the Hyperion. We're not 100% sure. Dustin Browder didn't let too much be known, but from the scenes and from what I've gathered from watching that video 3 to 4 times, Nova, trying to capture and regain control Kerrigan, boards the Hyperion battleship, and it's up to Cowboy Jim Raynor to come in and save the day. Now, I was invited to Blizzard Entertainment, the home and headquarters of StarCraft 2, Diablo 3, and everything Warcraft, last week to just take my time and play a few missions of StarCraft 2 and Heart of the Swarm, and I will go ahead and introduce one of those missions now and give you my thoughts, my feelings, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Nefesh, a broodmother, took part of the swarm off to the frozen moon of Calder. She seeks to create her own swarm under her command.
Nefesh is going to learn the hard way that I am queen.
Flash freeze approaching. The Protoss will be vulnerable until it passes.
Warriors,
Flash freeze.
activate your shields until the flash freeze passes.
Don't get in my way. So,
The flash freeze is ending.
games.
Our forces are under attack.
This is my world. So predictable.
The spires have fallen! Retreat!
No one gets out alive, Isha. No one.
All right, first thing I want to say is yes, Blizzard finally introduced snow maps in the StarCraft 2. I know that was something that many of you guys out there, many of you guys who played the original StarCraft Brood War, was looking for snow maps. You guys didn't want to play on volcanic places anymore, no more space platforms, and we are finally seeing a nice snow map introduction. Now, taking a look into Heart of the Swarm, Kerrigan at this time is trying to reestablish her swarm and trying to reestablish herself as the Queen of Blades. Because of this, she's being sent off to all parts of the Caprulu sector in order to regather her swarm and unify her once again. But one of the issues that she has is she does not have the full Zerg swarm underneath her, and she is just a mere fraction of her former self in terms of her power. So she needs to kind of fly below the radar. In this particular instance, she's trying to recapture one of her queen broods, but accidentally comes across a Protoss fleet. The Protoss fleet is only a scouting fleet, so they have not yet contacted the Protoss homeworld or the main Protoss fleet to try to capture and destroy Kerrigan. With this, Kerrigan now has 25 minutes to try to shut down all the communication arrays before the Protoss is able to contact the Protoss home fleet. Now, Kerrigan, being a much more direct, much more hands-on leader as opposed to Cowboy Jim Raynor in Wings of Liberty, descends onto the planet herself and leads her swarm. One of the things that you'll probably be interested to know is that Kerrigan has different, I guess, powers and abilities that you can choose right before the start of the mission. And take special look at, if you want to, take a look at the screenshots once more. Take a look at her spells, her abilities, how she leads her army, and then also compare to the spells and abilities that you see in this next video coming up. This time it will be taking place on Char, and you'll also see some nice interaction between Kerrigan and some of the other characters that she has, or that she is currently allied with.
I can remember so little from before.
I am the memory of you as the Queen of Blades.
What was I like? I remember doing terrible things. I remember blood and darkness.
You were mighty. You made us strong and smart. And we knew we would survive forever under you.
And now?
Now Zagara opposes you, because she believes herself stronger. If she is, we will serve her when you are dead.
I'll kill all of you before I let that happen. So one of my brood mothers thinks she is too strong to follow my orders? We'll see about that.
This is my way. So predictable. No more games. Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. You cannot stop me.
Just a little more. Abathur, infuse the birthing pond. Get those eggs to hatch for me. And a moment after that, Zagara will regret crossing me.
Now, this time around, Kerrigan has landed on the planet Char, and one of the things I wanted to take a note at, and if you guys were paying very special attention, she actually had different spells and different abilities. On the second mission, she was using what Blizzard is calling her co-op spec. Specs. Meanwhile, in the primary mission, on the first mission on the ice planet, she was using her corruption spec. So in different missions, you will be able to customize Kerrigan herself into how you want her to lead her into battle. So that's always a very interesting point. The second thing, for those of you guys who were very, very observant, would have noticed that the Zerglings that Kerrigan was using were not actually Zerglings. They were actually, I believe, what Blizzard is calling Raptors. One of the things that has changed in Heart of the Swarm in that you don't upgrade your units, you evolve your units, and it takes mutagen. It's one of those things similar to the Zerg or the Protoss research, the relics from Wings of Liberty. You get mutagen to try to advance your army, and Zerglings start evolving into a higher level of Zerglings, this time being called Raptorlings. The Raptorlings are similar to Zerglings, except for the fact that they actually start leaping towards their target at the very end. If you took a look at the animation, the Raptorlings actually have a little like spine going across the back. They look much more deadly, much more fierce. The second thing you guys may have noticed as well is that those Banelings were not really Banelings either. They were, I believe, what Blizzard has called Gorgelings, and Gorgelings, once they detonate on a target, actually refund some of the cost of the target that they hit. So Banelings are much, much more powerful, or sorry, Gorgelings are much more powerful this time around, just because they are not an all-in investment. You're able to gather some of your resources back and rebuild your army once again. All these things, I'm not sure if they're going to make it into the multiplayer, but should definitely make it a very, very interesting single-player campaign going forward. This time around, we know that Kerrigan, being very hands-on, going to lead her army with perhaps co-op specs, corruption specs. Blizzard said that they may introduce 2 more as well. We're not 100% sure. We'll just have to wait and see how things develop. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed my introduction to Heart of the Swarm. Now, if this was not enough for you guys, make sure to check out sclegacy.com. They have a lot of written articles and a lot of written information about Heart of the Swarm coming up. On top of that, that, there was a Q&A session, a press interview, which I recorded, and it is an hour and 20 minutes long, just talking about Heart of the Swarm lore, some interesting aspects about how they may be changing Heart of the Swarm multiplayer as well. So definitely check that out. Machinima Realm was also there, and they have some exclusive interviews with some of the people behind StarCraft 2. So that's definitely something you guys want to check out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this review of Heart of the Swarm, and I hope to see you guys on Battle.net.